Hello everyone. Welcome to the world of magic and fairies. Today our story is about the immortal man. Once upon a time there was a young man who worked on a farm. Dissatisfied with his humble position, he yearned for fame and fortune. He joined the army and being brave quickly rose through the ranks. Eventually, the king entrusted him with command of the royal army. The man won many battles and was rewarded by the king with the position of prime minister. However, his newfound power made him arrogant. One day, at a grand palace banquet, a court official said to him,
"No matter how powerful you become, you will still die one day."
These words filled the man with anxiety.
No, I will not die.
He thought to himself. He resigned from his position and set off to find a land where people lived forever. After many years of searching, he finally found such a place. The inhabitants had lived there since the beginning of time without anyone ever dying. The man decided to settle there and live a carefree life. He lived for 300 years, but one day, a giant bird appeared, so large it blotted out the sun. The bird fed on sand and soil, and the people said that when the bird had eaten all the land, it would be the end of the world. Although they were old and weary, they were not afraid of death. But the man was terrified. He left the land and continued his search. He came to an island where people also lived forever. He stayed there for 600 years, but when the islanders told him of a monstrous fish that was drinking all the ocean water, he was filled with fear again. He left the island to find a better place. He traveled the world but could not find a land where people lived forever without any threats. Realizing his folly, he regretted leaving the island where people could live for countless years. Feeling his end was near, he sat down on the grass and looked at the ground. He saw a fly struggling in a spider's web. Instinctively, he freed the fly, and it transformed into a beautiful fairy. She asked him what reward he desired.
I want to live forever.
You will not find that on earth, but I will take you to a star where people live forever.
With a wave of her magic wand, she transported him to the star. Centuries passed, and though he was immortal, he grew bored and longed to return to his village. The fairy warned him against it, but eventually agreed. She gave him a horse and told him never to dismount. He returned to his village, but it had changed beyond recognition. No one understood his words and they thought he was mad. He continued his journey and came across a park where families were having picnics. He remembered his loved ones in his childhood. He returned to the fairy and asked to be taken to his loved ones. She agreed but told him he would have to give up his immortality. He agreed and rode to a kingdom with golden gates, where his loved ones were waiting. He dismounted his horse and ran towards the gates, finally finding the eternal happiness he had sought. Just like bedtime whispers the day goodbye, our fairy tale has reached its end. Thank you for watching. Good night, sweet dreams, everyone.